Ethan woke up at 2:47 a.m. to a sound he recognized immediately. Lily's voice. Soft, whispering, coming from somewhere in the dark room. At first, he thought she was having a dream, but then he turned his head and saw Lily sleeping peacefully right beside him, mouth closed, breathing slow, completely still. But her voice was still talking, not from the bed, from somewhere else. Ethan slowly sat up, heart pounding. It was definitely her tone, gentle, airy, slightly raspy when she was tired, except the words didn't sound right. They were muffled, distorted, like someone was trying to copy her voice without knowing how human speech worked. Ethan whispered, "Lily, do you hear that?" She didn't move, but the voice in the room did. It shifted. Now it was coming from the corner of the room, near the closet, repeating something over and over, 3 words, rhythmic, almost rehearsed. Ethan squinted, listening hard. The voice said, "Wake up now." Except Lily was still asleep, and the voice was getting closer. Ethan froze. The voice, Lily's voice, was right in front of him now, too close, like someone was standing at the foot of the bed, leaning toward him, but he couldn't see anything, just darkness. His breath trembled. "Lily?" he whispered again, nudging her shoulder. She didn't wake up. Instead, the voice answered him, not from the real Lily, but from the darkness. Same voice, same tone, but wrong. "Don't wake her." Ethan's chest tightened. His eyes darted toward the bedroom doorway. Then something even worse happened. The voice began laughing softly, a perfect copy of Lily's sleepy giggle. But Lily never laughed in her sleep. He knew that. And the thing imitating her knew that he knew. The giggle stopped instantly. Silence. Then, tap, tap, tap. Slow footsteps across the wooden floor, coming from the closet area. Ethan's instinct screamed at him to run, but his body wouldn't move. And then he heard it, a whisper, right beside his ear, so close he could feel the breath. "Lily, I've been watching you." He jerked back, heart in his throat. Lily finally stirred, blinking awake. "What's wrong?" she murmured, but Ethan stared at her in horror, because in the pitch black behind her, something moved. A silhouette, small, thin, and it whispered, with her voice, "She can't see me." Ethan's eyes widened, locked on the silhouette behind Lily. A thin figure, no taller than a child, but its arms were long, too long, hanging almost to its knees. Lily rubbed her eyes, confused. "Ethan, why are you staring behind me?" He didn't answer. He couldn't, because the figure leaned its head to the side, a slow, unnatural tilt, as if studying him. Then, in Lily's perfect voice, it whispered, "Don't tell her." Ethan finally burst out, "Lily, move, move!" But before she could react, the figure slipped back, quickly, silently, melting into the shadow near the door. Lily turned but saw nothing. "There's nothing there," she said, trying to calm him. But Ethan wasn't imagining it. He felt watched, hunted. Then he noticed something. The bedroom door, which they always closed before sleeping, was now slightly open, just an inch, just enough for a face to peek through. "Did you leave the door open?" Ethan asked. "No, you closed it." Ethan swallowed hard. From the crack of the door, something whispered again, but this time the voice was different, static, broken, like a glitching recording. "Can I come in?" The doorknob twitched, once, twice, then slowly began to turn. The doorknob kept turning, slow, shaky, deliberate. Ethan grabbed Lily's wrist and pulled her away from the door. "Someone's in the house," he whispered. But deep down, he knew, whatever that thing was, it wasn't human. Lily tried to step forward, but Ethan stopped her. "Lily, please, don't go near it." Before she could reply, the door creaked open just a few inches more, enough to reveal a sliver of darkness. Then, a hand slid through the gap. Thin, pale, wrong. The fingers were too long, bending backward for a moment before snapping into place. Lily gasped and covered her mouth. Ethan whispered, "Don't make a sound." The hand searched blindly along the wall, feeling for something, or someone. Then the creature spoke again. Not Lily's voice this time, not static, a perfect copy of Ethan's voice. "Ethan, come here." Lily froze. "That's not me," Ethan muttered. The creature pressed its face to the gap, only half visible, but enough for them to see it imitating Ethan's smile, stretching it too wide, too sharp. Then it whispered again, "I'm your boyfriend too." Suddenly, the bedroom lights flickered, once, twice. Then the whole apartment went dark. Ethan grabbed Lily, heart racing. Something was inside the room now. They couldn't see it, but they heard it breathing. Slow, wet, hungry. And it wasn't alone. Another whisper came from behind them. "Always loved watching you too." The voice behind them was so close. Lily felt the breath on her neck. She didn't turn around. She couldn't. Ethan slowly reached for his phone, shaking so badly he could barely swipe. The flashlight finally flicked on. He pointed it behind them, and the beam of light hit the corner of the room. Empty. But the whisper came again, right in their ears. "Up here." Ethan tilted the phone upward and froze. Something was crawling on the ceiling. Its limbs bent like broken branches, twisting unnaturally as it scuttled above them. It had Lily's hair. It had Lily's face. But the eyes were pitch black. It stared down at Ethan with her stolen smile, too wide, too stretched. Lily grabbed Ethan's arm. "That's not me. Ethan, please, don't look at it." The creature on the ceiling tilted its head, the bones cracking like dry twigs. Then it whispered, using Lily's voice perfectly. "Why are you scared of me, baby?" Ethan stepped back, trembling. Then the creature dropped from the ceiling, not down, forward, straight toward them. Ethan shoved Lily into the hallway and slammed the bedroom door behind him. The impact shook the entire frame. The thing started clawing from the other side, scratching deep grooves into the wood, laughing in both of their voices. Lily sobbed. "Ethan, it's pretending to be me. Why?" He held her close. "Because it wants to replace you." Then the claw stopped. Silence. Too much silence. Ethan whispered, "I think it's still here." The hallway light flickered once, then died. Ethan and Lily stood completely still, listening to the silence pressing in around them. Then, a soft knock came from the other side of the bedroom door. Not scratching, not crawling, just knocking. 3 slow taps. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Ethan whispered, "It's trying to act human." Lily grabbed Ethan's arm, trembling. "Ethan, what if it already looks like me? What if it walks out pretending—" Before she could finish, the doorknob began to turn, slowly, deliberately. Ethan backed away, pulling Lily with him. The door creaked open, and Lily stepped out. But Lily was standing right beside Ethan. He felt her nails dig into his skin. The other Lily smiled at him, the exact same smile, down to the tiny dimple on her cheek. Except the eyes. They were empty, hollow, like someone wearing a perfectly made mask. "Ethan," the fake Lily whispered, voice almost identical. "Come here. I need to show you something." The real Lily shook her head violently. "Don't look at it! Don't answer!" The fake Lily blinked, but not like a human. Her eyelids closed sideways. Then her jaw began to split, not open, apart. A long vertical crack running up her face, opening like a second smile. Ethan grabbed Lily's hand. "Run!" They sprinted down the stairs as the thing dropped to all fours, chasing them with a clicking sound, like bones snapping in fast rhythm. They burst out the front door, but the street was empty. Too empty. No cars, no lights, no wind. As if the world had stopped breathing. Lily whispered, "Ethan, I don't think it followed us." Ethan didn't answer, because he wasn't looking at the street. He was staring at the window of their house, where the creature stood behind the glass, still smiling, still wearing her face, watching them leave like it was waiting. And then, slowly, it lifted its hand and waved. Just once, a promise. Not goodbye, but "I'll find you."